Hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue, and I'm actually in public, so I have to be a little bit quiet. But, nonetheless, I'm bringing you guys this video. This is vlog number 7, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I feel like doing the vlog right now. And this one's called Caster Tag. Now, for all who don't know how the tags work, this video is inspired by a few other videos I've seen. One of the prevalent ones is accent tag. If you go into Google or go into YouTube and just search up accent tags, you'll find like accent tags for Irish, accent tags for American, British, Southern, different kind of accents. And the whole point of it is like for people to go through with different type of accents that applies to them, and then they read a certain list and they answer some questions and then they have fun. So I said, hey, you got these accent tags or you got these tags for accents, you got these tags for girlfriend, boyfriend, you got these tags for bully tags, you got these tags for loner tags. I don't know, you have all kinds of tags up there. And I said, why not do one for casters? So I bring to you guys the virus of caster tags, or of tags. And this video is going to be fun, because I'm in public, like I said. So keep in mind, if you hear voices in the background, ignore me, or ignore them. I'm here. It's all good. There's just people passing by, because I'm in the hallway. Best spot I could find. I couldn't get a classroom. So anyway, the rules on how this works is basically, I create a video answering a list of questions, which I have listed over to my side, this way, somewhere. And I'm going to name, or at the end of the video, after I finish answering the questions, we're going to name 3 other casters, and they're going to post their own tag video. And then once we're done with that, I'll link their videos in the description. I'll link their videos in the description so you guys can check them out. And the last one is to have fun. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, how long playing games? Now keep in mind, just for everybody who's doing this in the future, I worded these questions the way I worded them for the purposes of creating conversation and also to help you interpret it on your own. So, I need to say I didn't use proper grammar. It's just me defending myself a little bit. But yeah, first question. How long playing games? I've been playing games since since I can remember. I want to say 5, I guess as far back as I can remember. But I'm playing games for a very long time. The very first game I remember playing, that's not a question, it was an answer, just give you guys this one. The very first game I remember playing was some dinosaur game, like you were a caveman or something, and you like got to run in the back of a pterodactyl. It was like a little platformer, and it was really fun. It was like for the NES, not even the SNES, the NES, way back then. Of course, not as far back as Atari. And relative to my lifetime, guys, that's a long time ago. I'm 22 years old, by the way. So that was the first game I remember playing. Of course, Super Mario Brothers, you throw those out there, all the Mario games, all the Mario Kart, GoldenEye, 007, fun game all the time, had a lot of fun. So I've been playing games for a long time. Say if I was 5, that's 17 years. So 17 years ago, for 17 years, I've been playing games. That works. What is childhood game? Um, hmm. uh, See, this one's a little difficult for me because I can't name. Well, I can name a specific game, but not for like my overall racing game. But I guess I'll take the risk and go ahead and throw it out there. There's a game that I played for the Game Boy Advance. When I first got my Game Boy Advance, it was called Blender Bros, and it was the very first GBA game I got, and it was fun because it was the only game I had, and I played the crap out of it. So that is my childhood game, I guess. What did play before start casting? What did I play before I started casting? I played in Team Fortress 2, played some Counter Strike. That was really fun. Counter Strike Source. A lot of people like Counter Strike 2.6 or 2 whatever it's called, or the original. I like Source. I thought Source was fun. And what other games did I play? I just played a lot of random games. I mean, the main one was Team Fortress 2 and Counter Strike. I played StarCraft and also played League of Legends before I started casting. For anybody who wants to hate on me for that, feel free to. I don't mind it. It's okay with me. Right. So why start casting? I started casting because I felt I could help better the community by becoming a caster. Like it all comes down for me the betterment of the community. Because you go and watch your own favorite live streamers, go watch Purge, go watch Day9, go watch everybody else, and you always see the chat on the side, having this little fun little time. And sometimes the chat got a little out of hand, and that was a reflection for me, a reflection of the community, being a little bit kind of like the Wild Wild West, which I'm okay with. I mean, it's perfectly fine. You can't have everybody be white knights on the internet. But then again, you also have the instances where people will get marginalized for reasons that they shouldn't be marginalized. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm kind of African American here. So people of different races, people of different genders from the primary stereotypical gamer gender would or race would get marginalized. I felt, hey, I can help better that by becoming a caster and maybe becoming a voice to help inspire people. So that's why I started casting. Also, it's fun. It's a nice little hobby, and it helps me out with my speaking. I guess that works too. But the main thing is to help better the community for being more accepting of people, or just realizing the fact that somebody's on the other side of the camera, or somebody's on the other side of that computer slash camera. Anyway, sorry, got a little too deep there. My bad. Longest casting run. That question is easily answered. I used to be an admin for the Sunday Evening Cup series. Before I was adminning for them, I was actually a caster for the series. The Sunday Evening Cup series, or SECS, that was hosted by North American Dota, and like I said, I was admin for that. There's a tournament that happens every Sunday. It's still going on. According to them, it's the longest running Dota tournament ever, but I don't know if that's too entirely true. I mean, they started back in Dota 1, so it could be true. I don't but the SECS would run from 5 p.m. to well, from 5 p.m. until it's done, and there was a maximum of like 64 teams that could sign up for that, all best of one series, and that was a long time waiting. Like it would, on average, go from 5 p.m. when it started until 1 a.m. in the morning. So that's what 5 plus 7 plus 1. That's like 5 plus. That's 8 hours. 8 hours straight of casting. It was exhausting because, like I said before, I was an admin. I was a caster, and I used to try to cast all the games, and it was very long hours. That's the best way to put it. But as far as adminning, I mean, adminning, I had to be there the whole entire time, so I had to be a little bit early, I had to be a little bit later to deal with things, and that actually ran for like an hour plus on top of that, so 10 hours instead of just 8 hours. It was well worth the experience, but geez, too stressful for my blood. So anyway, that happened. And lost my list. The next question is favorite, and this is the favorite section, so favorite character slash unit. My favorite character is, or favorite hero in Dota, in the game that I cast. Favorite hero is, I'm checking out, say Venomancer. Favorite unit, I'll answer that one separately. Favorite unit would be a creep, specifically the range creep, because the range creep is the most baller of all creeps. Favorite team, is Navi, whatever. Oh, Alliance, my bad. Alliance is my favorite team. Favorite group, and the reason I put it like that, favorite team slash group, is I know some games don't necessarily have a specific like teams, but they have like groups where everybody's associated with that group. My favorite group, I would say, I can't think of any groups. I don't know. Uh, Curse, whatever. Favorite player, favorite player would have to say, for reasons different from people's usual reasons, Puppy, because Puppy's awesome. Favorite recording software. My favorite recording software right now is OBS because that's all I really use. But I recently started using FS Split, and I'm looking into what 5Claw, whatever it's called, because it's like integrated with Steam and some cool things you can do with that. I think you have to pay for it though. But right now it's OBS. It might change to FS Split because FS Split works on my laptop and OBS only works on my computer. That's the only reason why. So OBS is my favorite. Next section of questions is the open-ended questions. This one, these questions, I don't want to answer these questions myself, but I had to create them because I want the people to speak more. So here we go, guys. Open-ended question number 1. What is your favorite thing about casting and why? My favorite thing about casting is to be the bridge between what's happening in the game and what people hear on the other end. It's one thing to look at a game and like try to understand for yourself what's going on, but it's also another thing, completely different experience when you have somebody else telling you not only what's going on, but maybe a little small detail that you might have overlooked, or maybe an actual fact or a fun fact in there that you might not have known before. And it's one of my favorite things about casting because I learned, me personally, as a consumer of content before I started casting, I learned quite a bit about the game of Dota. I learned quite a bit about League of Legends. I learned a lot about StarCraft. I learned a ton about Street Fighter because just watching somebody commentate on the game. Like I know what a Standing Fierce is. I know what a Wake Up Rekka is relative to Street Fighter. As far as StarCraft, I know what the strategies or used to. I kind of felt the meta because I haven't watched StarCraft in forever. But I learned a lot by watching people like Day9 Husky, Artosis, Day9 Husky, DJ Wheat, geez, I couldn't think of the name. DJ Wheat and people like that cast and commentate on the games and just learn from what they were doing. Also, Destiny, I guess I can count Destiny. Kind of. But those are the only names I can think of right now. But I learned so much by watching somebody cast the game as opposed to just me trying to stare at it, understand myself. There's a lot of things I don't personally understand, and they were the light at the end of the tunnel, the knowledge. Yeah, that's like, I know I'm getting cheesy here, guys. My bad. Next question. What is the coolest thing about your game's community and why? The coolest thing about my game's community would have to be the fact that we have so many different ways to interact with one another. This one is vague. I understand it's vague, and it applies to everybody's gaming community, but for Dota specifically, mainly because I'm a caster now, I can get involved with the community. I can go chat with the caster community and find out things about this and that. I can go into the Reddit pages and talk with random people about random funny things, or maybe just look at some artwork or something like that. So, the accessibility, or the amount of activity, I guess, that the people of our community seem to have. It seems people are more invested in the Dota community as opposed to other games. And only say this, the only game I can kind of counter this to would be Counter-Strike. I can't really say StarCraft because StarCraft, those people, everybody who's involved in StarCraft is really invested in the community too. But Counter-Strike, I didn't really get involved in the community personally, so I guess I'm speaking from like a feud perspective. But for the most part, the Dota community seems to be very involved with the game. When there's a patch change, you see like 20 different videos of patch notes. How do I know? Because I googled a lot of them, or YouTubed a lot of them before I actually made my own patch note video, which is the last video. Guys, go check it out. It's freaking awesome. Me and Diamond went through everything and talked about patch notes. But the community seems to be very invested. It seems to be very involved, and that's very reassuring for me as somebody who's involved with the community, and now as somebody who's trying to build himself up to be somebody who's creating for the community. And maybe one day I'm old and been in the community for a while, I'll be a pillar of the community. I don't know. That's a goal. Personal goal of my own. Become a pillar of the community. That'll be fun. Holding up the whole entire thing. So that's the coolest thing about my community. If you can go back and redo your your very first commentary, would you? Why and why not? If I could go back and redo my very first commentary, I would definitely go back and redo it because there were a lot of errors made. First of all, I was very monotone, which I'm probably in this video because I have to be a little bit quieter than normal. But I was like extreme monotone. It didn't really seem like I was excited about what was going on. And when I said things, it was like I was talking to a brick wall. I was expecting I was talking to a brick wall as opposed to talking to an audience, which I think is something that you build while you keep commentating, like keep casting as you keep going. But initially, I didn't have that presence of, oh, there's somebody else I'm talking to. So I just kind of said things and let them float out there and made a joke that I only laughed at. It was pretty dry, pretty sad. But hey, I'm still here, right? Alright, next one. If someone offered you $4 million to commentate for your game from 9 to 19, or yeah, 900 hours to 1900 hours every day for 2 years straight, would you accept or decline the offer? Why and why not? Ah, man, this question. Okay, this question sounded a lot better in my head. I was thinking like, oh, it's easy question to answer. You say yeah, and take $2 million, or $4 million for 2 years, but that's like 2 years you're away from your family, 2 years you're away from everything. I don't know. I don't know, that'd be tough. $4 million is a lot of money. 2 years, every single day, essentially 10 hours a day. That's a lot of time. especially if you have to do it straight. I mean, I don't know, guys. I have a certain dilemma about this question. I mean, on one hand, the money can be used to help make my life a little bit better while I'm casting, and then whatever I have left over after my 2-year contract is up, I'll take the rest of the money and do whatever the heck I want to with it. But then again, the time constraint is like that's 10 hours a day, every single day, for 2 years straight. I don't know, guys. This seems rather intense. Uh, I'm just stuck on whether I would or wouldn't. I don't know. Okay. Let's say I. Or you know what? I would do it. I would do it because the only reason why I say yes is because that's 2 years of my life that I'll have to give up to just do straight up casting, which means I can improve my craft, and then afterwards I'll have like what $2 million left over because I don't think I'll be able to spend 1 million in 2 years. But 4 million over the course of 2 years, assuming I get all this money up front, I'll be able to invest in different things. I'll be able to buy whatever I want, and I should have a comfortable lifestyle. So the trade-off will be worth it. I was telling my family, hey family, I can't be involved with you guys for 2 years, and they'll understand why. I mean, that's only $4 million, right? So the answer to that would be yes, and the answer for why would be what I just said. So there you go. I see into the caster tag. The very last thing for me to do is to tag 3 other casters, and those 3 casters that I tagged are Diamond Dota, Nubtrain, and Smush from Smush TV. So those 3 guys, you're tagged officially. I'll put your little links right here where my fingers are later in the video. But it's like I said, Diamond Dota, Nubtrain, Smoif, and that's it. So hopefully the series turns out to be pretty cool. Maybe one day we'll see Dana and I get tagged by somebody else. I'm like, oh my gosh, Cool Blue, I totally started that. I totally started that. Yeah, I'm the reason why he's tagged. But yeah. Also, you guys can click on these little fingers here to go to the YouTube page. Their videos will probably be posted either under the fingers or in the description below. I'm not too terribly sure how exactly I'm going to do that, but I'll figure it out soon. So, there you go. Like I said, Diamond Dota, Nubtrain, and Smurf TV. So that's it for this video, guys. That's it for vlog number 7. I'm going to go ahead and end it because I'm still in public and people are starting to come out of the classroom because we got 15 minutes before class transition. They're starting to trickle in and trickle out. So anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you guys whenever.